I am Derya Bayraktaroğlu, an independent curator, a writer, and an activist from Turkey. I live in Istanbul, where I've been producing in the art scene and working for women's and LGBTI plus movements rights since 2008. What I do is I produce exhibitions, I do public programs and workshops, and I also produce writings. I studied political science, then cultural studies followed. I think feminism is a compilation of thoughts and rebellious ways of being, and also the larger and political meanings of my own difference, my experiences. I think it started in me with unlearning, when and where the learning didn't work for me. I was not raised in a religious household, but I was not free from dominant masculinity, neither in the family nor in the society that I grew up in. I remember that I was constantly trying to adjust myself to be seen, but not attract too much attention, not to be so soft, not too sharp, and to speak at the right time, but not every time with all opinions in mind, and not to be involved in a fight, but also not afraid from a fight kind of things, all those inherited collection of contradictions for a child or for a teenager. That was too much. And I remember men were just so free from all such jugglings in the society of mine. And they were just going to work to earn money, and whereas women were also going work to earn money, but they were also taking care all the rest, They were planting and listening, caring, organizing, and in fact they seemed happy when I was a child. So I felt just I was the only one who couldn't just fit in. When I was 17, I just left home for university, and I just got involved in the anti-militarist movement, and then women's movement followed. And when I encountered with, even in the movements, and I think it was at the same time I encountered gender studies, and I saw that none of those women were truly happy, and they also couldn't fit as I couldn't. And so feminism made me think that my own misalignments has some larger and political meaning. And I saw that what love, what family, or in a bigger sense, what a nation, what a corporation, what an institution have always been used to hide. I mean, just that, I think what they hide is that exclusion under the guise of unity, oneness. Same in the job, in the profession that I try to do. I think I am also unlearning curating, although I have given methodologies, the means and tools to gather audience and the works in the space with the politics. I felt the need to find my own way to do that. There are many questions, but some of them, how audience moves or cannot move freely in the space with whole curatorial text and, floor maps and a bunch of sophisticated concepts piled on them in the art space. So other questions might be what kind of relations art institutions reproduce nowadays, and at whose profit. So I feel responsible to question these when I intend to work with an institution. The Jets Collective formed in 2020, and it all started with little questions in our mind. And how can we talk about the gaps of disciplines, and why they are always separated from each other, like the arts and the natural science and the art spaces, high art spaces, and the little collective spaces, and why the methodologies are always different, and how can we talk about them, and how can we make them close to each other. The feminists put so much effort to not to include, but to make the movement flow with the LGBTI and queer movements. I mean, many feminists work so hard to do that, to flow at the same time and to understand each other's needs and organize together, organize things together, and to stand by each other. I feel myself lucky to get angry or to enjoy within such a political atmosphere. I mean, the governments, corporations, or the affiliated media, they all seem have united to declare that gender is a threat to humanity. And I do not think it is only an issue for transgender or LGBTI people. I think what we need to see is it's a erasure of difference. After Gezi and everything, after 2013, situations just changed so quickly. I mean, many stories of women, I think, similar in the society. They somehow couldn't fit in the formation. I don't know, but those can be binary roles, or the all non-paid labor of women need to take in, and or any others, like not choosing the profession that the society expect them to choose, and so they just search their own ways and build a life as they wish. And I think feminist movement helped women in the society at least to show there's an option. So they doesn't have to come to the street protest against anything, but we had options. I mean, we had bookstores, cafes, the little kitchens that we share or cooked for newcomers. We don't say refugees. So every kind of woman had a chance to be a part of, if they want to. Once we had such spaces before the gentrification of city and all these new politics. I think of course, as a queer, I believe identity politics and the struggle before us and the earned rights, they are important and meaningful. But I think all these anti-gender movements or discourse, it is there to disrupt us. I mean, not only the LGBTI people, but the public in general, wise public, and to disrupt us to ask our rights of citizenship or our rights to access healthcare, housing, and to speak about war crimes and global warming and so on. It just disrupts us. It makes us to stuck in identity politics and the rights we earn, and to not talk about any of them anymore. I wish myself to keep this anger and the need of investigation all the time. As I said, what a single workplace, what a single relation, what family, and what corporation, institution hides behind, and to keep my own difference, to not be shame, not too ashamed from that, and not to apologize.